I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Chop It Up, only on 1:37 p.m. I'm your host, Chai Henry. I forgot. See, it's been a couple weeks. If you haven't noticed,
been gone for a while.
If you haven't noticed, we had
Thank
Julian
you for
Mitchell
joining us. Thank you for
filling
joining
in,
us, bro.
The last couple of weeks. Shout out to Julian. Thank you so much. But as ever, I'm your host, Chai Henry.
And I'm Brandon Bryant. We are breaking down business and culture through the entrepreneurial lens. Whether it's $1 million deals or flipping kicks on StockX, we got what you need for your hustle. What's good, man? Welcome back, bro. Welcome back.
Thanks, brother.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to be back. All right, kicking this week off with celebrating the U.S. Women's World Cup team. Congratulations on taking it home. What an incredible effort. I saw each and every U.S. game. I mean, just tremendous athleticism. And also, that translated in the ratings. This was the top viewed event in all of England and accumulated about 1 billion views worldwide.
Let's go.
So across all these platforms. So this is an incredible moment for women's sports, especially on the heels of this equal pay debate that's going on. Brandon, why did they break views records?
This is the year of the woman. I actually thought 2018 was the year of the woman, but it's 2019 as well. There's so much camaraderie, there's so much champion of each other, and it's just an opportunity for marketers to potentially take a little bit of a piece of that. And also, women are just kicking ass anyways, and they just have been overlooked for so long, but it's now for them to sit on the main stage. But in terms of soccer, it's actually, the moves are pretty similar. Like there's a lot of play, there's a lot of kicking through the legs and cool goals. So I think it actually matched up to the type of athleticism almost.
It did not match up. It vastly exceeded men's soccer, in my humble opinion. I mean, these girls were clashing into each other, jumping. I mean, there was a girl who got split because she was going for it. I mean, they really played their asses off. There was no comparison in my view. And this year we saw a shift in sponsors. A lot of the bigger sponsors devoted some monies that they would typically put in the Olympics into the U.S. Women's World Cup. There was a bigger push all around. Also, you can tell that there's been more investment in the infrastructure around the teams because the performance was just so much higher. So I, as a viewer, greatly enjoyed watching. And this speaks to a larger trend. It is the year of the woman. We saw the Nike commercial.
Years.
The years.
I think it's going to be going on for quite a while.
Is it the decade of the woman?
Oh, ooh, call it out.
You know what I'm
Call
saying?
it out. Call it how you see it.
But there's a big macro shift going on from, on the investment side, a lot of women-focused funds popping up, a lot more money's going into women's sports and all this other stuff. What are some of the macro takeaways that we can get from this?
Well, women are half of the world, right? We're about 50+% of the population, and they haven't had opportunities before. And now that they are getting these opportunities, man, they're kicking our ass and doing way better. An interesting fact here, the U.S. women's team actually has earned more revenue during their games over the last 3 years than the U.S. men's team. Yet, they earn less than half of what the men earn. All right, folks, women aren't just killing it in sports and entertainment, but also in the business space as well. And who's killing it in business? Sophia Amoruso, formerly CEO of Nasty Gal, heard of that company. Now she's also the CEO of Girlboss, which is basically a community for women to actually be empowered, to network, and to just level up. And she recently just pivoted to a new platform, or a new offering on her platform, which is basically LinkedIn for women. And it's going far beyond just being able to connect with people online. And there's obviously a pretty big appetite for this type of service. And there's already 50,000 plus people who sign up for early access.
Yeah, that's right. They have investors like Gary Vee. They have early members like Jen Rubio, co-founder of Away. Look, to me, this speaks to a larger market opportunity. Businesses like Girlboss, but also like The Wing, the co-working company that's $1 billion plus in valuation. Also like Refinery 29 and so many Pure Wow, so many of these women, Rent the Runway, Stitch Fix. There are numerous billion-plus-dollar valuation companies focused on women. There's a lot of venture funding heading that way, and there's just a whole new lens of operating and investing that supports this notion that the women market is just going to continue getting bigger, stronger, a lot more opportunities for founders, investors, participants, constituents, you name it. This space is here to stay, and it's only going to continue to grow. So, curious for your thoughts on this women movement. What are some business opportunities that maybe you're seeing that we're not? Let us know, as you know, we have a fund that invests in women and minorities, so we'd love to get the scoop.
Let us know.
But shout out to the women crushing it, and a special shout out to Megan Rapinoe, captain of the U.S. women's team, for using your platform responsibly.
Ooh, I love that. Riches and niches, folks. Remember that. Riches and niches.
All right, guys, there you have it. Be on the lookout for these fem-tech companies. It's a growing sector. It's really hot. A lot of money to be made, so don't sleep on it. Shout out to the U.S. Women's World Cup team, again, on the victory, and all these lady bosses out here crushing it. We salute you. Hey! I didn't know how to horse it. Hey! Hey!
All right, let's go. All right, folks. I just wanted to let you know, if you have no access to internet or you've been under a rock, there's a new Nas in town. When I talk about the new Nas, I'm talking about Lil Nas X.
New Nas in town, Lil Nas X.
Yes.
You definitely have heard of him. Your mom has heard of him. Your grandma has heard of him.
Playing
Your
a
future
song.
children will hear of him. Why? Because he has shattered the records, and not with your regular banger. This is a whole new crossover breed of banger.
Riches and niches.
Old Town Road, which you certainly have heard of, the remix with Billy Ray Cyrus. It is one of only 4 songs to be on the Billboard 100 for 12 consecutive weeks.
Whew, just went diamond.
So let's explore how Lil Nas X was able to take over the damn charts to begin with, and what we can learn and how to apply it to our brains and businesses. Brandon?
All right, let's jump right into it, guys. Step number 1, attach yourself to an already existing audience. So when he first released the music video, it actually had Red Dead Redemption all playing in the back. So imagine that being Call of Duty, but for cowboys, and it's also made by the same company that makes Grand Theft Auto. Step number 2, he re-released the song on TikTok. TikTok is actually a music platform, and basically, it was the most downloaded app at the time, beating out Instagram, Facebook, all those different things. And I believe it actually was during a contest. And then during that contest, a lot of people seen the video, remade their own videos, catching this huge, massive wave of an audience. On top of that, step number 3, you gotta get somebody to validate you. You gotta get somebody to co-sign. Guess who co-signed? Guess who co-signed?
Biebs.
Young Bieber. The last thing he did was at Coachella. The next thing he did was say, oh, I love little Old Town Road. I love the horses in my bag. So did everyone else, all right? And then after that, what happened? He put it out, period, just in the country music space, right? So he saw the riches and the niches there, and he was able to climb up. Once he was climbing up, they said, brother, you ain't no cowboy. You ain't no cowboy, so come on off them country music charts, and then what happened? Billy Ray Cyrus said, let me come in there, bruh. Let me come in there and get some. And so then he becomes the one of 4 only top songs to be at the top of the list of the Billboard 100.
Look, my takeaways of all that when I hear it is he got to popping in a lane, right? So rather than drop his song in the rap charts, which is highly congested and arguably wouldn't have popped nearly as much, he actually dropped it in the country category intentionally at first. Wildly different from the rest of the country musicians, had a totally different sound, and it developed his potential for virality.
And it started controversy.
It started controversy, which is one of the elements of virality. It's controversy, and it's also, how different something is. And, he couldn't have anticipated that he would have been removed from the charts. There's a lot of elements of luck here that just played out the way it did, but he positioned himself really, really well.
Prepared mind.
And it just makes me think of how can you position your brand? If you're in a noisy lane, how can you go to a lane that's a little bit quieter?
Parallel,
How can you do things a little bit different? How can you start a fuck ton of controversy? I'm just kidding, not that part. But you get the point here, and it was ultimately that led to Billy Ray jumping on, which led to the fusion of both worlds and, you know, has him where he's sitting at now. So I think Lil Nas X is a case study that will be remembered for a decade.
And you heard the new song, Panini, and guess who he making paninis with? Guess. Gordon Ramsay.
Yep.
Okay? And it's literally top 10 trending video on YouTube right now. This man is a viral genius.
Wow.
Viral.
Chop it up.
Gee, he don't even have a music catalog yet. The boy got 7 songs. Boy got 7 songs. Cardi B on one of them. Got Billy Ray Cyrus. Dang.
I know, it's
Go
crazy.
ahead and do your thing, boy.
I know, man.
Salute to you.
We gotta salute, man, and we gotta salute. I mean, look, guys, let us know what is the one thing that you have learned from the Old Town remix phenomenon, whether it was in the branding side, the music side, marketing, authenticity. You let us know. I'd be curious to hear what the takeaways were.
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know, because the horses are in the back.
I got my horses in the back. Now you know your boy and how I love me some fast food marketing. We got another one. We got another one.
Another one.
All right, guess who sold out a hotel faster than Jay-Z sold out Madison Square Garden? Guess. You want to guess?
Burger King.
Good guess, but not the right one. Taco Bell, come on up. How we doing, y'all? So Taco Bell is changing the game, okay? Taco Bell is doing everything. They're doing boots on the ground. All right, so they just tricked out a hotel for 4 days. They sold it out within 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes, they sold out 170 rooms. They're having poolside, like, random ass parties, and you gotta have a wristband to actually get into the hotel. And guess where they're doing it? They're doing it right by Coachella. Palm Springs, Indio, California. Remember when we talked about that? This city is on fucking fire, bro.
So why did Taco Bell open a hotel?
Well, they didn't open a hotel. They actually just tricked out a hotel, right? You rent the liability. You know, you said that before, okay? So Taco Bell, basically what Taco Bell is doing is they're doing just like grassroots pop-ups everywhere. You know how we talk about so many D2C companies also have to do like retail, brick and mortar stuff just to touch the community? So that's basically what Taco Bell is doing, right? So they're basically actually having this activation pop-up where people can come experience and immerse themselves into the brand. So not many Burger Kings or Wendy's or what have you have these random ass like opportunities for you to actually touch the brand outside of the food. And they're already doing a lot of stuff like plant-based stuff and things of that nature. And obviously someone who's running their social media is probably roughly 18 years old. So Taco Bell, salute to you. Do you have a guy that doesn't like Taco Bell?
I mean, I like me a little Crunchwrap Supreme.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? The Gordita Crunch. You know what I'm saying?
But answer this question.
The Dorito Gordita Mortita. I'm just kidding. But I just feel like Taco Bell makes up the craziest names.
That's the genius of Taco Bell. But the point is, think about how Burger King did. Remember we talked about Burger King doing the whole coffee subscription for $5.
Yep.
We talked about Lil Nas X doing something in the country music charts.
Yep.
This is Taco Bell's way of doing that. Oh, you know what? They have these like cantinas that they're doing, these urban cantinas with alcohol, right? Where you pull up and you can be there at nighttime, eating your Taco Bell with a little alcohol.
Taco Bell and booze. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
that's the
look, for me, the takeaway here is I find it interesting that brands now who've built brand equity, i.e. you're familiar, you trust them, you know them, you like what they sell.
Okay.
They're moving horizontally.
Okay.
And they're getting into different spaces and they're keeping their brand refreshing, alive, experimental, and so forth, right? So what kinds of moves can you get into now that you've built brand in your core business? You know, can you get into some plays that are ancillary, that are next to your core thing?
It's network effects. It's
Right,
basically like the whole Uber thing, Uber and Uber Eats.
For instance, the Taco Bell hotel, their average price is $169, which is not an expensive hotel.
Affordable.
Right? But their food is also not very expensive.
Affordable.
So it's like
They know their
in
community.
line, and it's also an opportunity for you to experience the Taco Bell brand in a whole new way.
Right.
My guy.
Because if they're that creative on the names of their tacos, bro, imagine how creative this fucking hotel is.
Right. Right. I don't know about you, but I want to go try it out one night.
All right, and I actually.
But they need to have a plumber
The Doritos
on staff.
You remember? You remember the Doritos? Remember when the Doritos tacos came out? The Dorito taco shells? Bruh, done.
Yo, but what about the cinnamon,
Oh my God, the cinnamon
swirls?
twist?
Yeah. Those are fire.
I'm telling you.
You know what? Now that you think about it,
I'm telling you,
they do have creative products. And what does everyone know about Taco Bell? When you go to the fucking hot sauces, you're always looking for those slogans.
And check out, imagine coming to your hotel, you get your little wristband, you're in Indio, California, you pull up to your room, you open it up, and there's nothing but just like amazing Taco Bell waiting for you. This is a fucking great idea. And this reminds me.
That only sounds borderline appetizing, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude.
It's like a tray of tacos.
Okay.
All right.
Folks, lots of taco talk. Taco talk.
This is a taco burrito conversation.
Ooh.
Nachos.
That was a good one. We're running out of things to say about tacos, so John, take us away.
Well, look, the takeaway here is move horizontally. You know what I'm saying?
Network
Build up some
effects.
brand equity, and then experiment with your brand. Keep it fresh.
Emerge.
Keep doing some fresh things. And you know, that about does it for this week's episode. We talked about Lil Nas X and all the things that you can do to cross over and blow. We talked about the women's team. Shout out to you guys. And we talked about keeping it diversified with your brand. We would let you know that we heard y'all, but we haven't been hearing y'all.
We need more comments, folks. Send us more comments. What do you want to see? What do you not want to see? And hopefully, you actually checked out Stranger Things Season 3, okay? And let us know in the comments what you think about it. A lot of new a lot of random references in there. It was a lot of fun. I already finished the entire season. So no spoiler alerts for me. I'm all good. And until next time, peace.
All right.